Hi, I'm Rasheed Ogunlaru. I just want to give a couple of tips if you're wanting to move ahead in your career. And these fall into three categories really. Knowing who it is that you are, knowing where it is that you are, and knowing where it is that you're going. The first thing is knowing who it is that you are. Who are you? What are your skills? What are your talents? What is it that you're really passionate about? This is extremely important, to take that time out to ask yourself what it is you're really passionate about. Are you doing what it is that you're really passionate about? Or are you doing something else? Unless you're doing what it is that you're really, really passionate about, it's going to be really, really difficult for you to be fulfilled in your job and your career. If you're in a job at the moment and you don't feel completely fulfilled by it, I will ask you to identify what the bits of your job that is that you really love, and what are bits of other jobs, if you've done other jobs, that is that you really, really love, and really sit with this and meditate on that so that you can begin to find out the job that it is that you really, really would love. And spot those people who are doing jobs or in careers or in businesses that you really love, and that's going to really help you to ensure that you're in an environment that you really love and that you can really excel in. So it's really about knowing who you are, what your skills are, what your talents are, what your motivations are, and what your values are. That might lead you on a very, very rich journey. And from that also links to knowing what it is you're worth. If you're wanting to go for that job, a senior job, then you've got to know that it is something that might be within your gift to go after that. Of course, like anything, you might need to put in the skills and get the training and that development that you need in order to land that job. But that is in a way going to be ultimately down to you. Are you prepared to put in that time in terms of that energy? And don't be put off by others. If your workplace isn't investing in you, then it's going to be your job to go and make sure that you get the skills that you need, those skills, those talents, or those qualifications, or to find other people it is personally and professionally who can help you, so you can build a network that's going to help you to advance. So that's the first thing about knowing who it is that you are. The next thing is about knowing where it is that you are. What is the environment that you're working in? What's your organisation about? Who are the personalities in your organisation? What's the vision? What's the mission of the organisation? What's the culture of the organisation? What's the reality of the organisation? Whatever it is that people say about the organisation. So whether it is that you're new and you're just coming into role, or whether you've been in that organisation for some time, it's going to be really important that you know. And the best way is to find out, read the company literature, understand that you know what's going on in the company policies and so on. Understand that people take time to say hello to the people, from the receptionist to the security guards to the chief executive when you pass them in the lift, assuming that you're not the chief executive yourself. These things are really, really important. And people who tend to be well liked and well respected in organisation are people who know people across the organisation. Take time to listen, take time to find out, be genuinely interested in other people. You'll find that everybody's got different learning styles, different preferences and so on. In my very first job, I had to learn very fast. I was in a role publicising the organisation. I was dealing with all sorts of people across the organisation, and I needed to learn very quickly from the age of 18 what made different people tick. Some people like you to tell them how it is, other people like to have a little bit of a chat and so on. You need to understand that, but you also need to be authentic to yourself. And this about understanding the personalities, and also in turn understanding the environment, understanding the politics, understanding what competitors and so on want, is going to be really hugely important. And understanding, of course, who your customers are and what they really want is going to be really important to show that you're somebody who's got value to the organisation. And you need to be able to present all of this in a way that is positive, proactive, and showing that you're actually an asset to the organisation rather than a liability. But don't get caught up in the politics, don't get caught up in the personalities, but be mindful that you need to understand the politics and the personalities in order to really just to propel yourself forward, and to also help other people to move themselves forward. The best way to do that is to be authentic, and to be authentically interested in everybody who it is that you meet within the organisation. So that's that. And then the third bit is about knowing where you're going. This is really extremely important, and again it links to the very first thing I said, which is about knowing who it is that you are. You see, you need to know who you are and to go on that ongoing journey in order to know where it is that you're going. So don't worry if you're at a point where you're actually not sure where it is that you're going. The very mere process of you asking yourself what's really important to you, what your values are, what your passions are and so on, and what your talents are, and developing a good team and network of people around you, is going to help you bit by bit to find out where it is that you're going. But then if you've got a sense that, you know what, I'm wanting to in the longer term become senior at this, or become an executive person, or to become a chief executive, or I'm wanting to move into that field, hold fast to that. Be on your own side. Give yourself permission. You know, don't edit yourself. Don't do yourself down. You've got to be on your own side. So it's really important to be really positive about who you are and positive about your contribution. And again, that links in terms of knowing everybody in the organisation. Put yourself forward. Let your boss know that it is that you're wanting to contribute more to the organisation, that you're wanting in the longer term to be a senior officer and so on. Back that up by ensuring that you're on time, you do great work and so on. See what opportunities that there are in the organisation. If there aren't opportunities within the organisation, look outside the organisation. Your own career and your own career progression is going to be down to you, and you're going to be responsible for it. All sorts of things will happen. There'll be redundancies, there'll be restructures and so on. There'll be personality issues, but it's going to be down to you. Don't be sidetracked by all of these things. They're all part and parcel of life. But it's really important that you know who you are, you know where it is that you are, and you know where it is that you're going. And I wish you every success along your career journey, and make sure you put in that time for that self-development, that professional development, that business development, and your own self-development as you become who you are in your life and in your career. I hope that's useful, and take care. Bye.